The Young and the Restless spoilers update for Tuesday, May 13, reveals that Phyllis Summers will make a vengeful move against Billy Abbott, while Chelsea Lawson's relationship ends up at risk. Let's talk about all the tricky situations and shocking news coming up in Tuesday's I&R episode. Now that Chelsea has partnered up with Adam Newman at Newman Media, they're already facing some bumps in the road. Chelsea should have known it would be like this, but she got caught up in the excitement of a new challenge and didn't think about the downside of Victor Newman's dirty demands. Although Adam is trying to please Victor without overstepping with Chelsea, it's a delicate line to straddle. Adam may feel like he's teetering on a tightrope as more hurdles come along. Chelsea doesn't want Adam using Newman Media to target Billy, but that may not be a promise he can keep. Regardless, Adam and Chelsea will face some difficulties when it comes to balancing their professional connection with their personal one. This working arrangement could put Chelsea and Adam's romantic relationship at risk if they let their Newman Media issues spill over into their home life. Over with Damian Kane and Lily Winters, they'll have a productive meeting. It looks like Damian will be eager to learn more about the Winters job offer that's on the table, so Lily may admit it involves deceiving Aristotle Dumas and playing both sides. Damian may be surprisingly down for that since he's going to make a big impression on Lily in Tuesday's show. Lily may find herself falling a little harder for Damian as the trust between them grows. After Phyllis finishes listening in on Billy and Sally Spectra's discussion, she'll arrange a sit-down with Victor and offer up her new intel. Phyllis will tempt Victor with info he can use to protect himself and strike back against his enemies, but she'll drive a hard bargain for it. Will Victor be willing to negotiate a deal and score Phyllis' predictions about the threat he's facing? It seems Victor might get on board since he'll go after Billy again by midweek. Phyllis may spill about Billy's plan to fuel Dumas' rage for his rival and watch Victor get what he deserves from a safe distance. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Jolie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the next 3 weeks, May 12 to May 30, reveal that a new character will debut as a doomed party kicks off. Secrets will spell trouble in Genoa City, so let's dive in and cover all the chaos that's brewing. The week of May 12 to 16 will bring some bold moves from Phyllis Summers, who'll offer Victor Newman an alliance after spying on Billy Abbott. Billy will later face a tough blow thanks to Victor's fury, so that'll set off some alarm bells for Sally Spectra. It'll seem like Billy is fixating on revenge and setting himself up for more drama. As for Daniel Romalotti Jr., he'll console Tessa Porter after she tries and fails to get Maria Copeland to confess her secret. Back with Phyllis, she'll score some contact info for Aristotle Dumas and reach out to him. Phyllis should be thrown for a loop when someone else comes to town in Dumas' place. That's because Amanda Sinclair is about to come back on the scene, and Y&R spoilers hint that she's a lawyer for Dumas. During the week of May 19 to 23, Phyllis will be eager to catch up with her old pal and fish for intel, but Amanda should stay tight-lipped on any confidential details. Abby Winters won't exactly be thrilled to see Amanda when they cross paths, especially since Amanda will take some jabs over their past problems. Abby helped Devin Winters cheat on Amanda, so that's always going to be a sore spot. May 21 will bring a romantic episode that shows off Victor's love for Nikki Newman, along with Michael Baldwin's devotion to Lauren Fenmore Baldwin. In that same special episode, Jack Abbott will also delight Diane Jenkins Abbott with a touching present that's sure to turn on the waterworks for his wife. The week of May 26 to 30 will bring some final Newman Bash preparations. Jai Rodriguez will make his debut as a party planner named Pietro on May 28, so he'll be part of a 4-episode arc that involves Nikki's birthday shindig. Claire Newman will be eager to get the ball rolling on this party, since she'll want to display her happiness with Kyle and make Victor see how in love they are. Of course, there's a good chance this party will go horribly wrong, as many soap parties tend to do. Could Victor pressure Audra Charles to make a move and somehow cause a public blow-up for Claire and Kyle? There's also the potential for Dumas to reveal his true identity and become a party crasher, so that's worth keeping in mind. Despite Claire's predictions about this bash being fun and relaxing, the festivities could become tense one way or another. The Young and the Restless spoilers update for the week of May 12 to 16 reveals that Kyle Abbott's past will haunt, while Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott have a reason to worry. Audra Charles will also struggle with a distraction, so here's what Y and R fans can look forward to. After Phyllis Summers listens in on Billy Abbott's conversation with Sally Spectra, she'll go running to Victor Newman with intel and push for a deal. Whether Victor strikes one or not, he'll definitely make Billy more of a target in the coming episodes. Billy will plan to take a step back and let Aristotle Dumas handle Victor, but his own vengeful desires will intensify and concern Sally. Although Damian Kane will make some impressive suggestions to Lily Winters regarding his new job, Nate Hastings will have lingering fears about his brother joining his family's company. While Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson deal with more Newman media struggles, Mariah Copeland and Tessa Porter will face some struggles of their own. That's because Mariah will hint about needing forgiveness before totally shutting down on Tessa. We'll see Tessa deal with some frustration and turn to Daniel Romalotti Jr. for comfort. As for Claire Newman, she'll want to have a big Newman bash, mostly to show off her blissful romance to Victor Newman and try to get his blessing. Although Victoria Newman and Nikki Newman will have doubts about Claire's strategy, they'll ultimately get on board. Nikki's birthday should become Claire's excuse to hold a grand family event and bring Kyle. Speaking of Kyle, Diane and Jack will have a reason to fret over him soon enough. Kyle will seem like he's on the verge of repeating history and making some very familiar blunders, so his parents will make some worried predictions. Victor will continue to expect results from Audra when it comes to her plot to take down Kyle and ruin his relationship with Claire. However, Holden Novak should distract Audra a bit as he analyzes her. Audra will act like everything is legit with her new venture, but Holden may push for updates on her real agenda and sense that bad news is brewing. Back with Phyllis, she'll find a way to reach out to a man of mystery. Of course, we're talking about the infamous Aristotle Dumas, but he may not respond to Phyllis, at least not right away. Dumas might send someone else in his place, since all signs point to Amanda Sinclair representing him, and she'll kick off her return stint as the week of May 12 to 16 winds down. For decades, The Young and the Restless has centered around the bitter rivalry between the Newman and Abbott families. Victor Newman and Jack Abbott are often at the heart of the conflict. Current storylines stir up old tensions, especially with Kyle and Claire's controversial romance. Viewers have gone online to revisit the roots of this long-standing feud. Did it begin with a business fallout, or was it a romantic betrayal? As Victor Newman continues to dominate headlines in Genoa City, fans have taken to social media to share their memories and theories. They're eager to understand where it all began and why it still matters. The viewer, a longtime fan, asks how the Abbott-Newman feud originally started and whether it stemmed from personal drama or business disputes. They also criticized Victor's current behavior regarding the conflict. Fans reflect on how Jack's earlier personality was different from who he is now. They called out his past as a womanizer. They also described Victor as intimidating and controlling, noting that people around him are often afraid of him. Despite this, the viewer also praised the actor's performance and legacy. Viewers recalled two separate events they believe helped ignite the feud. One linked it to a love triangle involving Nikki, Jack, and Victor. The other highlighted a major business betrayal when Jack and Brad supposedly took control of Victor's company. They believe that this might have triggered long-term corporate and personal retaliation that fueled the rivalry. The feud between Victor Newman and Jack Abbott originated with Nikki. Victor had wanted to reconcile with her, but Jack married her instead. That was seen as the initial spark that turned their rivalry personal. Victor felt betrayed and never fully forgave Jack for intervening. At its core, the conflict began as a personal matter, not a business one. Things escalated when Jack and Brad Carlton took control of Newman Enterprises. Believing they had gained the upper hand, they underestimated Victor's response. He took over Jabot, the Abbott family company, and fired Jack. He then appointed Brad as the CEO. Jack was furious, and in response, he married Nikki again. Every move was a counterattack. The conflict shifted from being about power to being about hurting each other. Victor's relationship with Ashley Abbott, Jack's sister, made the feud worse. Victor cheated on Nikki with her. Ashley became pregnant but chose to have an abortion after Victor left her when Nikki was diagnosed with cancer. Years later, she stole Victor's sperm and had a child named Abby. That tied Victor and the Abbotts together even more. Abby was raised as Brad's daughter for years, adding another twist to the fight. Victor's personal relationships have always caused problems. He married Diane Jenkins just to make a point, and later married Sharon, who was previously married to his son. This action created significant tension between the families. He left Nikki many times, but always came back to her. No matter how bad things got, he always returned. Victor doesn't trust Jack and has viewed him as too soft to run a company. Jack doesn't trust Victor either and sees him as controlling and ruthless. They've sabotaged each other's careers more than once. They've used their families as weapons. At one point, Victor even faked his death, only to return and pick up the fight right where he left off. Now, with Kyle Abbott dating Claire Newman, the feud appears to be starting again. Claire is the daughter of Victoria Newman. Victor doesn't want a Newman involved with an Abbott. He's already made moves to split them up. He's working behind the scenes to prevent the relationship. That's how it always starts, with a relationship that Victor doesn't like. Then it turns into a war. The names change, but the pattern doesn't. The long-standing tension between Jack and Victor might never stop. In the latest episodes of The Young and the Restless, Claire Newman faces off with Victor after announcing her plans to move in with Kyle Abbott. Victor immediately shut it down, warning her, Kyle, and even Adam not to pursue the idea. Instead of backing down, Claire chose to stand her ground. She even suggested throwing a party to win Victor's approval, but that too didn't go over well. As the situation escalates, fans are weighing in on what might happen next, many hinting that someone like Jordan might step back into the picture to stir things up. On Young and Restless Canadian Day Ahead Recaps, Soap Spoilers Facebook page, one viewer posted. The viewer jokes that Jordan might return to confront Victor for interfering with Claire's life. This suggests a possible twist where someone from Claire's past could stand up against him. Viewers disagree over whether Jordan actually raised Claire. One commenter insists that Jordan was Claire's guardian, while two others counter, claiming that's not true. The comments reflect confusion or differing interpretations among fans regarding Claire's backstory and who played a true maternal role in her earlier life before arriving in Genoa City. Fans are questioning whether Kyle knows the full truth about Claire's past actions, specifically regarding Jordan. There's concern that if Kyle learns she lied or withheld information, their relationship could shift. Another viewer adds that there are still many secrets left to surface, hinting at more revelations coming that could shake everything up. Claire Newman knew what she was walking into when she went to the Newman Ranch to face Victor. She didn't take Kyle with her or ask for backup. She walked in alone and told Victor and Nikki that she planned to move in with Kyle Abbott at Adam's old penthouse. She didn't try to soften the news or ask for permission. She simply stated her decision and hoped for support. Victor didn't give it. He didn't hold back either. He told Claire he was disappointed and accused Kyle of pulling her away from the family. Claire didn't fold. She tried to explain that this was her choice, not Kyle's manipulation. She asked Victor to respect her independence and her right to live her life as she wished. He refused, then stormed out. Claire didn't chase after him. After that, Victor went straight to Jabot, where Kyle was talking to Jack. Victor wasted no time and told Kyle to end things with Claire. Kyle pushed back and even asked Victor, "Or what?" That alone was enough to set Victor off. He left a warning on the table and moved on to Adam. Victor's next move was to shut down the apartment sale. He told Adam not to even think about letting Kyle and Claire live there. Adam tried to keep it professional, but Victor made it clear this wasn't about business. It was personal. Adam was forced to reconsider the sale, knowing how far Victor would go. Meanwhile, Claire stayed calm. She decided to try again, not with another confrontation, but by planning a party to bring everyone together. She hoped it would change Victor's mind. Nikki warned her not to get her hopes up, but Claire moved forward anyway. If that party doesn't work, Claire might resort to the nuclear option. That means moving into the Abbott mansion with Kyle. Doing so would be a direct challenge to Victor's authority. It would make it clear she's choosing Kyle and the Abbotts over him. Victor won't let that slide. In The Young and the Restless, Victor views her move as disobedience, while Claire sees it as a stand. If she follows through, Victor could retaliate. Fans are already speculating that he might pull strings to bring back Tara, Harrison's biological mother, just to disrupt Kyle and Claire's lives. Claire made her choice. Now she'll have to deal with the consequences. Amanda Sinclair's return to The Young and the Restless, sooner rather than later, could be disastrous for Devon and Abby's marriage. Amanda's return, beginning on the episode set to be aired on May 16, promises emotional drama, unresolved history, and perhaps even a secret that will destroy their marriage. Amanda and Devon shared an on-again, off-again love affair that ended in a traumatic manner when Devon cheated on her with Abby, his present wife. Amanda's calculated effort to run into Abby again implies that she hasn't forgotten the betrayal. More fuel is added to the fire by Amanda's new secret client, who may have her tangled with some of Genoa City's citizens again. There are already rumors about whether or not Amanda and Devon will be returning to old habits, with some sources gossiping about temptation or perhaps a one-night affair. To the equation, Amanda could be keeping a large secret, one that is likely a child Devon never even knew he had. Whether or not Amanda comes to cause harm or just to revisit old business, her arrival is enough to disrupt Abby and Devon's balance on The Young and the Restless. Amanda's return not only brings with it emotional baggage, but also a maelstrom of theories that might turn the whole plot upside down. Fans are guessing that she might not return alone on The Young and the Restless. One of the most explosive theories is that Amanda got pregnant with a child after she broke up with Devon and hid it. If this is the case, then it would mean that Devon has another biological child he has no idea about, one that Amanda can now divulge. The ramifications of this on Devon and Abby's marriage would be enormous, especially considering Abby's whole family life could be destroyed in a second. Aside from the child hypothesis, Amanda could also be connected to her new enigmatic client in ways that trace back through Devon or Abby, launching a whole new conflict arena. Some believe that Amanda is applying her professional legal authority to raise hackles professionally, while others believe she is re-examining carryover romantic sparks. And then there's the potential for a one-night stand with Amanda and Devon, a burst of passion that might detonate his already volatile marriage. Now that Melissa Ordway is off contract, Abby's fewer minutes on screen only add to the probability that the writers are setting the stage for a drastic change in Devon's life. Amanda's return, driven by revenge, unrequited love, or a life-changing secret, sets the stage for serious repercussions. Devon and Amanda's relationship changed over time since her arrival in Genoa City and learning that she was Hillary Hamilton's twin sister. As Amanda discovered her connection to Hillary and learned things about her abandonment, Devon became one of her closest confidants. Their friendship strengthened after Amanda ended things with Nate Hastings, and Devon's relationship with Elena Dawson came to an end due to infidelity. Amanda and Devon finally entered a committed relationship and had each other's backs through milestone emotional moments. Their relationship, however, ended in 2023 after Amanda discovered Devon had been unfaithful and had an affair with Abby Newman. That adultery ended their romance, and Amanda departed Genoa City. Since then, Devon and Abby have been together and even married, although most of their marriage has been offstage. Now that Amanda has returned and set to collide with both of them, her history with Devon will certainly be part of what happens next on The Young and the Restless. First seen on The Young and the Restless in August 1999, Thad Luckinbill has played J.T. Hellstrom as one of the most intriguing and developing characters in the show's history. What started off as a stock high school pretty boy role turned into a character with great depth as JT evolved into an adult grappling with love, fatherhood, demons, and eventual redemption. His storyline in The Young and the Restless has spanned over 2 decades, returning for several dramatic arcs that challenged both the character and the audience's perception of him. From his early years caught up in teen romances to his unsettling fall into emotional and physical abuse, J.T. Hellstrom's path has embodied both the peaks and valleys of soap opera drama. Luckinbill's return in 2017 brought a dark turn to J.T., the story finally explained by an unexpected medical diagnosis. The character remains one of Luckinbill's signature performances. In The Young and the Restless, J.T. Hellstrom was also brought in as a buddy of Billy Abbott and a member of the Genoa City teen group. With a charm and somewhat bad boy status, J.T. started dating Rihanna Minor, but things ended when he slept with Brittany Hodges after cheating on her. His best early romance memory was with Colleen Carlton, Billy's niece. Though beset with problems, including an extensive age difference and a betrayal by Anita, Brittany's mom, JT, and Colleen emerged as one of the series' teen supercouples, before she skipped town and broke JT's heart. Later on, JT grew interested in Brittany again, but soon hooked up with Mac, Mackenzie Browning, becoming romantically involved. He briefly insisted he was the father of Brittany's child to guard her against possible danger, further muddying his affair with Mac. After Mac departed, JT had a one-night stand with Victoria Newman that resulted in an even closer connection. When Victoria was gravely injured in the Clear Springs explosion and was left comatose, a paternity test proved that JT was indeed the father of her son, Reed. He named their child after Victoria's mother's birth name and wed her soon after Victoria regained consciousness. Although he did a stint as Chief Security Officer for Newman Enterprises, JT departed when Victor Newman requested that he investigate Colleen's activities. Colleen's death in 2009 was a tragedy for JT, and it helped seal his marriage with Victoria. He turned to Mac, and they eventually left with Reed for Washington, D.C. in 2011. It was announced that they had a second child, Dylan Hellstrom. In December of 2017, JT returned to Genoa City as part of his divorce from Mac and soon found himself hired by Victoria at Newman Enterprises, while secretly assisting law enforcement with their investigation into Victor. In time, JT emotionally abused Victoria, leading to a violent outburst in which he physically attacked her. Soon thereafter, he was presumed dead after being hit on the head by Nikki Newman with a fire poker during a fight. In 2019, JT was discovered to be alive in a twist in The Young and the Restless narrative. He survived because a burst water pipe flooded his grave, and he was later discovered having severe headaches and erratic behavior. A medical checkup showed he had a brain tumor compressing his frontal lobe, and this accounted for his violent tendencies. He was remorseful, apologized to Victoria, and received a prison sentence. Bad Luckinbill's G.T. Hellstrom continues to be one of the Young and the Restless's most complex character arcs. A journey from teen idol to tormented man trying to find redemption. In 2023, Luckinbill returned for a special guest stint, bringing closure to a character whose legacy is marked by love, loss, and the difficult path to redemption. Zach Tinker plays Fenmore Fenn Baldwin on The Young and the Restless. As the son of Michael Baldwin and Lauren Fenmore, Fenn has been central to several storied arcs, including battles with addiction and career uncertainties. Tinker took over the role in 2018 and quickly earned critical acclaim, even securing a Daytime Emmy nomination for his performance. Fenmore's character has navigated complex storylines, including a transition from aspiring law student to pursuing a music career, as well as personal challenges like addiction recovery. In 2023, Tinker returned to The Young and the Restless for a special episode celebrating Tracy Bregman's 40th anniversary as Lauren Fenmore. Fenmore Baldwin is the son of Lauren Baldwin and Michael Baldwin on The Young and the Restless. He had a tumultuous life since his premature birth. Fenn was kidnapped shortly after delivery by Sheila Carter, but was rescued after Lauren shot Sheila. In 2012, Fenn was sent to Canada due to threats from Sheila's daughter Daisy. After returning, he began a relationship with Summer Newman. However, tensions arose when Summer bullied Jamie Vernon, and Fenn took over the harassment out of jealousy. He was wrongly accused of pushing Jamie off a rooftop, but was later cleared. Fenn also struggled after learning about his mother's affair with Carmen Basco, which led him to start using drugs and later suffer an overdose. He falsely accused Carmen of supplying the drugs. Many similar drug-related incidents followed, and Fenn finally entered rehab. Later, he was involved in a murder investigation when Carmen was believed to be dead. In an interview with Soaps.com on April 30, 2022, Zach Tinker shared his thoughts on the drug addiction storyline. Michael took the blame and went to prison, prompting Fenn to get himself arrested on purpose to help. Fenn confessed to the killing while high, but it was eventually revealed that Carmen was alive and in witness protection. Michael recorded Carmen's confession to exonerate Fenn. After being cleared, Fenn left The Young and the Restless Geno City to explore college options in Arizona. Zachary Atticus Tinker, born on May 8, 1994, is an American actor best known for his portrayal of Fenmore Baldwin on The Young and the Restless. He earned a Daytime Emmy nomination in 2019 for his performance. Tinker stepped into the role in December 2018, replacing Max Ehrich, and reprised it several times through 2023. His other notable roles include Sonny Kyriakis on Days of Our Lives, Beyond Salem, as well as appearances in American Horror Story, NCIS, Los Angeles, 13 Reasons Why, and Why Women Kill. Tinker began acting professionally in 2015 with guest roles in various TV series. In an interview with TV Source magazine on May 2, 2019, he opened up on his personal journey. Eric Braeden, known far and wide as the indomitable Victor Newman on Young and the Restless, has proven once again that he's just as much of a fighter off-screen as he is on it. The 83-year-old actor took to Instagram to deliver the kind of update fans have been hoping for. He's tough, he's strong, and he's going to keep showing the world he's tough. In April 2023, Braeden shocked viewers when he revealed his diagnosis of bladder cancer. The news sent shockwaves through the soap community, but if there's one thing fans know about Victor Newman, it's that surrender simply isn't in his vocabulary. Sporting a sweatsuit and his boxing gloves, Braeden beamed in a short boxing video where he dominated the punching bag. His message was simple: F cancer, 84 and going. True to form, he's not slowing down. Braeden hinted that he's feeling stronger by the day, and his on-screen presence has remained steady. Victor Newman is still wheeling, dealing, and threatening to destroy anyone who dares cross him in Genoa City. Fans who feared he might step back from the role can breathe a sigh of relief. Eric's still in the game, and he's playing to win. Though cancer came knocking, it clearly picked the wrong guy. From the sounds of it, Eric's not only back, he might just be more motivated than ever. Maybe it's the spirit of the great Victor Newman rubbing off, or maybe it's just the unstoppable energy of a man who's made resilience a lifestyle. Either way, don't expect him to go quietly into the night. As Eric himself might say, the mustache isn't going anywhere. You got that? In the latest developments on The Young and the Restless, Phyllis Summers proves once again that she's a master of strategy and survival in Genoa City's ongoing power games. Her sharp instincts and unrelenting pursuit of influence have led to a dramatic revelation. Billy Abbott is not only orchestrating backdoor deals, but is using deception as his primary weapon, and Phyllis is ready to make him pay. Phyllis begins to suspect that Tucker McCall is manipulating Billy's every move. Her suspicions grow after observing the unusual patterns in Billy's meetings and business dealings. Realizing the stakes are too high to act alone, she seeks strategic alliances, first with Jack Abbott and later with the formidable Victor Newman. Yet Phyllis remains cautious, demanding guarantees from Victor before revealing the secrets she's uncovered. Behind Billy's confident exterior lies a scheme much darker than expected. While publicly promoting a supposed revival of Chancellor, Billy is secretly plotting to target Victor by drawing him into conflict with Aristotle Dumas, a mysterious businessman. Phyllis, armed with this knowledge, recognizes that Billy's ambitions are dangerously calculated, and she plans to use this against him. Her opportunity comes when she inadvertently overhears a private conversation between Billy and Sally Spectra. Billy details his plan to pit Dumas against Victor, hoping the resulting power struggle will eliminate them both and leave a vacuum he can exploit. This information is Phyllis's golden ticket, leverage that can change the balance of power in her favor. After being unceremoniously fired from Abbott Communications, Phyllis sinks into a spiral of anger and desperation. However, true to form, she doesn't stay down for long. Channeling her bitterness into action, she recruits her son, Daniel Romalotti, into a vague but ambitious business plan. Her goal: rebuild her power base and destroy the people who betrayed her. Phyllis's rivalry with Sally intensifies when she learns Sally landed a role at Abbott Communications thanks to her relationship with Billy. Fueled by resentment, Phyllis mocks Sally's qualifications and becomes even more determined to retaliate. Her vendetta is not just personal, it's strategic. She sees an opportunity to expose the cracks in Billy's leadership and exploit them to her advantage. As the web of deception tightens, Billy remains unaware of the looming threat. His fatal mistake, discussing his plans openly in a public setting, gives Phyllis everything she needs. Now, with the power to align herself with Victor Newman, Phyllis is poised to unleash a counterstrike that could dismantle Billy's ambitions and restore her dominance. The question remains, can Billy survive the fallout from his own recklessness, or will Phyllis outmaneuver him in a game of betrayal, ambition, and high-stakes manipulation? Jordan may be gone, but the Young and the Restless fans believe her methods are creeping back into Genoa City. The shocking twist: it's not Jordan pulling the strings anymore, it's Victor Newman. While Claire Grace tries to rebuild her life, fans are noticing something unsettling. Victor's actions mirror Jordan's in ways that are too close for comfort. Claire spent her entire life under the control of her twisted aunt. Jordan isolated her, lied to her, and made her question reality. After escaping that nightmare, Claire deserved peace. Instead, she's now answering to Victor, who claims he's protecting her but is clearly running her life. He's setting rules, limiting her choices, and making decisions she never asked him to make. Fans have taken to Reddit to vent their frustrations. One popular comment read, Jordan thought she was doing what's best for Claire. So does Victor. Sound familiar? Another added, Victor and Jordan are both control freaks who never admit they're wrong. The online community quickly lit up with agreement. Many noted that Victor's grip on Claire feels like a softer version of Jordan's chains. Some fans even used sarcasm to call out Victor's hypocrisy. How dare you compare me to Jordan? She tried to kill everyone. I just eliminate my grandkids' love interests, one user quipped. Others were more direct. Victor's a borderline sociopath, so sit down, another commented. Their frustration is clear. Victor might be acting out of love, but his behavior reeks of control. Claire, once a victim of psychological manipulation, is now quietly slipping into another controlling environment. Only this time, it's disguised as protection. Her silence is heartbreaking. Viewers want her to speak up. One fan even said, Claire needs to tell Gramps to shove it. It's a sentiment many share. Victor may think he's saving Claire, but he's just repeating history. The irony here is hard to ignore. Victor always viewed Jordan as a villain. He condemned her for twisting Claire's mind, but now he's doing the same thing, just dressed in a better suit. He's not locking Claire in a cabin, but he's locking her out of her own life. Every time he overrides her wishes, he chips away at her independence. This pattern raises serious questions about Victor's role. Is he becoming the very thing he despised? His inability to trust Claire's judgment shows just how deep his need for control runs. It's no longer just about family protection, it's about power. And fans are watching closely to see how far he'll go. Claire's freedom was supposed to start after Jordan's downfall. Instead, she's still under watch, still being told what's best for her. The leash is shorter, the prison more luxurious, but the dynamic hasn't changed. Unless someone intervenes, or Claire finds her voice, this could be the next chapter in her trauma. The Young and the Restless is diving deep into psychological territory, and fans are here for it. The possibility that Victor is turning into Jordan 2.0 is both chilling and fascinating. Viewers want justice, clarity, and for Claire to finally take control of her own story. For more shocking updates and fan-driven theories from The Young and the Restless, stay tuned with Soap Opera Daily. The drama's only getting deeper. In the latest developments on The Young and the Restless, the relationship between Maria Copeland and Tessa Porter takes a dramatic turn, as shocking revelations threaten to tear the couple apart. Once celebrated for their deep emotional bond, Maria and Tessa now find themselves at a crossroads, one shaped by betrayal, trauma, and unspoken truths. The catalyst for this turmoil is Maria's unexpected pregnancy. What should have been a joyous moment quickly becomes a source of devastation. Tessa is blindsided, not only by the news itself, but by Maria's uncertainty about the baby's paternity. The lack of transparency sends Tessa into a spiral of doubt and heartbreak, questioning whether their relationship was built on honesty at all. Their confrontation in the park marks a key emotional climax. Tessa learns that Ian Ward, a known predator with a dark history, may be responsible for Maria's pregnancy. The implications are harrowing. Maria was kidnapped and assaulted. This trauma, though not Maria's fault, becomes a rift too vast for Tessa to ignore. As the weight of betrayal sets in, trust becomes the most elusive element in their relationship. Sharon, Maria's mother, observes her daughter's emotional deterioration and steps in with maternal concern. She urges Maria to confront the truth head-on, emphasizing that silence and guilt will only deepen the divide. Sharon's role evolves into that of a quiet stabilizer, trying to help her daughter navigate both internal anguish and the complexities of love under duress. The storyline digs deep into the psychological strain that unresolved trauma can place on relationships. Maria, burdened by shame and secrecy, struggles to regain control of her narrative. Her guilt is compounded by the fear that honesty might destroy what little remains between her and Tessa. Despite everything, Maria makes a final attempt to reconcile. Visiting Tessa at home, she offers a heartfelt apology and a plea, not for immediate forgiveness, but for the opportunity to make amends. Tessa, while visibly conflicted, acknowledges that love still lingers beneath the pain and confusion. She doesn't promise resolution, but agrees to leave the door open, a tentative step toward healing. Yet, questions remain. Will Maria reveal the full extent of what happened during her time away? Is there more to the story than even Tessa knows? The possibility of darker secrets looms over their reconciliation efforts, leaving viewers uncertain whether this relationship can truly be salvaged. At its core, this storyline illustrates the fragile nature of trust and the heavy cost of emotional wounds left untreated. Maria and Tessa's love is not simply under pressure, it's undergoing a fundamental test of survival. As Vi and R fans await future episodes, the tension continues to build. Will the couple find their way back to each other, or has the damage become irreversible? Too Young and The Restless storylines that have us on the edge of our seats. The Young and the Restless never fails to keep us on the edge of our seats. And right now, two sizzling storylines have us absolutely hooked. First, there's the epic showdown between Victor Newman and Kyle Abbott, which has all the makings of a classic power struggle. Then, Phyllis is back with a vengeance, teaming up with the ultimate soap villain to launch her revenge tour. Whether it's love, power, or revenge, Genoa City is heating up, and we can't look away. The great Victor Newman is not here for Kyle and Claire's love story. The moment Kyle dared to cozy up to Claire, Victor went full soap opera supervillain. He's blocked their apartment deal, issued ominous threats, and even teamed up with Audra to sabotage their relationship. Victor's vendetta is so intense, we wouldn't be surprised if he starts a Keep Kyle Away campaign. Claire, bless her heart, is standing her ground, but with Victor pulling strings and Summer lurking with rekindled feelings, this love triangle is more tangled than a pair of earbuds in your pocket. Phyllis is on a mission, and it's not for the faint of heart. After being ousted and replaced by Sally, Phyllis is plotting a comeback that promises chaos. Word on the street is she's aligning with Victor to take down Billy, proving that alliances in Genoa City are as stable as a house of cards in a windstorm. With Phyllis's flair for drama and Victor's power plays, this duo could give any soap villain a run for their money. But let's be honest, Phyllis never plays fair, and that's exactly why we love her. Whether she's charming her way into someone's good graces or dropping a bombshell at the worst possible moment, Phyllis knows how to make an entrance. And with Victor on her side, we're bracing for a revenge plot that could leave half of Genoa City picking up the pieces.